Do you know what I would like to steal?
What would you like to steal, Ben?
Expensive Super Nintendo games. And because this
Not
is
from this guy. I got Alien 3 and Uni Rally, mate.
Mech Warrior.
Mech Warrior. Hey, that's the one I've got boxed.
Because it is the 30th anniversary of the Super Nintendo, I decided to do a little bit of research and find out what the 10 most expensive Super Nintendo games in the PAL region are. Now, this is all based on pricecharting.com, which is an aggregate site that takes into how much things sell for eBay and private sales and their own personal opinion as well. And I've got the order of which they appear, 10 being the least expensive, 1 being the most expensive, is based off cart-only prices. Because let's face it, if you ever find any of these games, it's going to be the cart only.
Is it all cart-only prices?
No. There's 3 prices there, but I'll get into that. Don't worry.
Yeah. Right.
So coming in at number 10 is a game called Demon's Crest. Now, this was a
heard of
follow-up
this.
to Gargoyle's Quest on the Game Boy and Nintendo Entertainment System. After being regulated to its hidden gem status for a while, fans have increasingly grown appreciative of Demon's Crest's mix of standard platforming with mild RPG elements. However, after rising from obscurity, values have leveled off a bit since 2013 and have only increased about 15% over 5 years. So Demon's Crest, if you find a cartridge, is worth around about 152 Australian dollars. If you find it in its box, which we can see on the screen there, you're looking at about $420. If you happen to find a brand new, never opened copy before, for some miraculous reason, like it was behind the fridge or something, $515 you're looking at there.
Ridiculous, mate.
Isn't that
Never heard of the game. Give me $20.
Do you want to take number 9, Floppy?
I will take number... How do you say?
That's why I said you can take it.
So there's going to be... I'm going to try a few different pronunciations. Just someone yell out in the chat when you think I've got it right. There's Hagain.
That's what it is.
Good.
Yep.
I was going to also try Hagany.
Hagany.
G'day, mate. Hey, you want to play some Hagany? Anyway, The Final Conflict. So this was a hidden gem for many years and has recently become one of the best Super Nintendo collector's pieces. Just a handful of years ago, you could find a copy of this for around $50. I'm assuming that meant in cart.
Yeah, just cart only.
Yeah, just cart only, $50. However, in July of 2012, Mike of AVGN posted this video of an obscure SNES game that praised Hagain and mentioned it being a blockbuster exclusive title. Mm-hmm. Although some Blockbuster store managers mentioned that they saw it sold new in electronic boutique stores.
I wonder if Electronic Boutiques has them anywhere else, like just hiding in their warehouse or something.
No, I doubt not.
No?
Mate, they love money too much. They would have got rid of them.
Yeah,
the game itself is a side-scrolling action game from Hudson Soft that has a graphical style that feels more at home on the Genesis or the TG16 and a gameplay style that seems inspired by the likes of Shinobi 3 on the Genesis.
Yeah, I should have got some gameplay footage here, but I thought having the box drilled into your head is a lot more important because if you see that out in the wild, grab it. Grab it, give me a call and say, I've got it.
I wonder if it was true that they saw it in EBs.
From memory, I think it was an exclusive to EB games.
Yeah. So cart only, if you can find this thing, you're looking at $153, $154. Mm-hmm. Quite expensive. Mm-hmm. In box, you're looking at $430.
Mm-hmm. And then brand new.
If you have if you found this brand new and sealed, you're looking at a cool, crisp $1,046.
That's insane.
Are you kidding me,
Retro
man?
prices are just going through the roof. And we're only on number 9.
Oh, man.
Okay, number 8 is the Lethal Enforcers Gun Bundle.
That's cool.
So we all remember Lethal Enforcers on the arcade. This was an arcade port of it. It was a big box game. In fact, a lot of the games on this list are big box games. The Super Scope was the official light gun of the Super Nintendo, but few knew about this one, which was released by Kenobi. It's called the Justifier.
That's so cool. Makes it sound like Judge Dredd's gun.
Yeah, so Lethal Enforcers was a very faithful arcade port, but mostly sought after for its support of 2 simultaneous light guns, something that neither the NES Zapper nor the Super Soap could do. So you could play 2 people on the same screen at the same time.
Yeah. Cool.
However, to do this, you need to pick up the Pink Player 2 Justifier, which is actually system neutral, so it'll work on the Super Nintendo, the Genesis, and the Sega Mega CD.
That's pretty cool.
I think you've got a picture there of the single box as well, Jazz. Just under Justifier, it should pop up, and you will see the box that it comes in as well. Now, for just the big box, so the game of Lethal Enforcers with the blue gun, the big box there, if you find it, the game and the gun loose, it's $193. If you find it in its box, used, that's the single one there that you can find.
Oh, yeah.
Find it in its box, $330. And if you find it brand new mint, it's $866.
That's pretty pricey.
Number 7. What's our number 7
All right.
game?
Now, you know what? I've only ever said this name from reading it, never from hearing someone else say it. Mm-hmm. So I wonder if I pronounce it the same as everyone else does.
What?
Mega Man X2.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. I just had this moment then of like, I've never heard anyone else say this. I wonder if they say 12.
No.
Or
X2.
something like that. Yeah, X2. So this game featured the same graphics as the first game, but was enhanced thanks to the use of the CX4 graphics chip, which was installed in the cartridge. That's really cool. I didn't actually know that.
Yeah.
The chip allowed for semi-transparencies and 3D's effects.
Yeah, so Mega Man X2 and Mega Man X3 are the only two Super Nintendo games to have that chip, which is why they're so sought after.
Probably haven't heard of it.
Yeah. Again, a great game. In this game, you get the Shuriken.
These games are like bullshit hard, aren't they?
Oh, yeah. I've never finished
I've
a
only
Mega Man
ever
game.
tried to play a couple of them, and I don't think I ever got past the first level. Like bullshit hard. I bet Anto's like goes through them like no one's business.
I reckon Triple ND would have just reamed through them.
Mega Man is easy, he says. Okay, so if you find this in cart form, you're looking at $207.
I'd have to double check that actually, because I know Mega Man X has dropped in price majorly.
Triple ND is also just brought up. It's probably pronounced Cross because of Chairman, so it's probably
Yeah.
Mega Man Cross 2.
But no, in Japan, it's Rockman. So
Okay. If you find this thing in its box that you can see up there on the pretty little screen, you're looking at $540.
And brand new?
And brand new, if you find this bad boy sealed, $1,014.
That's crazy.
What a jump! All for the sake that now you have to take the sticky tape off.
No, you don't do that.
You know what? If you find a box game that's sealed and you don't play it, you are taking the piss out of everyone that made that thing.
Yeah, and wasting what? How much money? Only about $500.
I'd say you're not wasting it.
Well, yeah, you are. If you buy a sealed one and then open it, buy $500.
Don't buy the sealed one. Buy the open one so you can play it.
Yeah. All right. Speaking of playing, what? Okay, whatever, Ben. Number 6th most expensive PAL Super Nintendo game is Castlevania Vampire's Kiss. So it's also called Dracula X. It's an adaptation of Rondo of Blood for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. The original version of the game was previously released in Japan for the PC Engine. So a loose cart will cost you $210. In the box, which as we can see on the screen there, $447. And brand spanking new, $1,161.
I bet if Anto got this sealed, he'd open it and play it.
Really?
Because he likes Castlevania.
He's crazy.
Can I just also point out Triple Indy was taking the piss, but we've also, about the cross, but we've also just realised I'm now like Ron Burgundy. I'll just read anything that's on the fucking teleprompter.
Yep. Good.
All right, number 5. Oh, I got number 5. I got this one. So number 5 is Super Metroid, the big box. These big box things look cool. But like we've been said here, big boxes are collectible. As most separated, or are collectible because most people separated them, I'm assuming for space saving. Reasons.
So if you get given a big box, so this one here, Super Metroid, came with the game, but also the manual, the guide.
Yeah.
Super Metroid guide.
So you'd take the guide and put it out on a shelf. You'd get rid of that big box.
Exactly. So the box here, you look at it, it doesn't look that big because there's no, obviously, any way to tell how big it actually is. But this was literally a big box. It was approximately this big. So about the size of a book for our podcast listeners.
Yeah.
And as you said, Floppy.
Yeah, back in the day, you wouldn't have kept that.
No, because they take it apart and they take all the things out of it and go, oh, well, I don't need this now. Boom. Crazy. What prices are we looking at?
So if you find the cart for Super Metroid, $210?
Yep.
Are you kidding me?
Yep.
I have the cart for this.
No. That's different.
What are you talking about? It was a different cart for the big box?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty sure.
Cool, because you almost made me shit myself a little bit.
But I think the cart is up there. Like, you're looking probably for Metroid, from memory, is probably an $80 game.
Yeah,
$60,
I didn't pay that. If you find this thing in the box, Not that much different, 290.
Yep.
Which is cool. But if you find this thing sealed, it's a cheapie. It's under $1,000. $914. I'll buy 2.
Okay, number 4 is Street Fighter 2 Turbo Edition. Now, while that may not sound special, this one actually came in a tin. And it was limited to 5,000 copies.
That's cool.
It came with a pin as well. There were only 5,000 made, as I mentioned before. But what really is special about this is that tin gets scratched up and dented super easy.
Yeah, it would.
So to find a really nice, pristine tin with the number on it and everything looking nice is super hard to come across. So to have obviously just the tin, you're looking at $283. To have it looking like what we can see on the screen there, fairly new and polished, you're looking at $765. If you can find one that has not been opened and is brand new, you are looking at $1,926.
That's so much money.
Yeah, I know, right? I do want to grab this. I almost bought one a couple of years back. And
For $1,926?
No. It was beat to hell. And the reason I didn't buy it was because it was beat to hell. It was like rusting out in the bottom as well because it was really cheap tin. But yeah, I need to sort of chase this down. There's not a lot around.
Game Boy Dad's also reminded me where I got Super Metroid from.
Yeah, of course he is.
Yeah, him.
All right, next
Game Boy
floppy.
Dad. Next one is number 3
3
is Starwing competition cartridge. So much like the Donkey Kong competition cartridges, this Star Fox cart was used by Blockbuster for game tournaments. And extra carts were sold off by Blockbuster and Nintendo Power. Mm-hmm. An article included the original packaging suggests that the Star Fox weekend cart actually had a smaller production number, around 2,000, than the Donkey Kong cart, which, do we know how many that had? Not too many?
No, I think it was about 3,000. Yeah. Not much difference.
But for some reason, the Star Fox cart has shown up on auction sites a bit more often and has fetched a lower price. I wonder if that's just not as popular and not as iconic as Donkey Kong, I guess.
I think you'd be right, yeah.
So back in 2013, it had been listed on eBay a number of times, not sold for asking prices of $255, $285. But as more interest in Super Nintendo collecting has grown over the years, we've seen loose copies sell for $1,000 on eBay. It doesn't seem that this cartridge was offered with packaging like Donkey Kong Country Kart, but there were other related items offered.
I got to say, I need to get one of these carts. These competition carts are sort of like grail items for me. They're right up there with Chrono Trigger.
Really?
Yeah. Like,
if you had a choice between Chrono Trigger or this...
Probably this.
Really? Just because there's more of a chance of you finding a Chrono Trigger?
Well, I like rarities. Like that thing that I talked to you today about. Don't say what it is because I'm saving it. But King Kaiju from King Kaiju Collectibles recently got me a auction-winning bid on something I've been after for very many years on a Japanese auction site. So I'm waiting for him to send it over to me. As soon as he does, I'll reveal it here on Hack the Dino.
And Ben's going to stream himself using it.
So so be sure to subscribe to Hack the Dino by going to hackthedino.com. Press subscribe. And
I like that Jazz is chiming in. Ben has never mentioned this game.
I don't need
There's
to
probably
tell
a
you
lot
everything.
that he doesn't tell you that he wants to buy.
I haven't even mentioned to Jazz what Austie won me, so that's going to come as a surprise to
Oh, we
us.
should do a reaction video. Jazz, will you do a reaction video for when Ben reveals his latest purchase?
Sure.
It's going to be a hell of a show, ladies and gentlemen.
Triple Indy has asked if it's an erotic print of Shigeru Miyamoto. No, I've already got that. Don't worry about that. It's right next to the Kojima one.
Got like 7.
Yeah, well,
Every time I go to the bathroom, there's one staring at me. It's weird.
Well, I told you, just put it back up on the roof. All
right, number 2.
Did you do the prices?
Oh, no, I didn't. So, loose cart for the Starwing competition cart, you're looking at $283. Mm-hmm. If you find that bad boy in a box, $595.
Well, you wouldn't find it in a box. It'd just be brand newish. So
brand newish, sorry.
In the cart is basically any condition, basically.
Yeah. And so brand new, $1,548. Ridiculous. It's a lot of money.
No one's going to pay that.
He will.
No, I won't. I wasn't going to pay like more than $300 from one of my favorite games ever. Like, what makes you think I'm going to go $1,500 for a game that isn't as good as its sequel?
Fair.
Okay, number 2, Mega Man X3.
I think it's Cross 3.
Now, this is worth a lot, obviously, because there was a low print run came out towards the end of the Super Nintendo. Mega Man X3 has essentially doubled in value every 3 years since 2010. Mega Man X3 was one of 2 games to use a specialized chip called the CX4, which we went into previously. Because of this chip is an oddity and has some of the best graphics on the Super Nintendo. It is also quite a bit hard to find. So if you find a cart only for this, which this version needs, you're looking at $582. If you find a box and manual and cart, you're looking at $1,070. If you find a brand new shrink wrap version, you, my friend, are looking at $3,600.
Never for a game I can't even get past the first level on.
$3,500.
That's a car.
Isn't that ridiculous?
Yeah, but you can't drive it.
Oh, well, yeah.
Far out. There is only one thing that's more ridiculous than that, though.
And it's our number one.
It is our number one.
Floppy, what is the number one most expensive Super Nintendo Power game?
Okay, I will just say, just before I yell the name, I'd totally have this in my collection.
I know you would.
You know I would, because I like lame shit.
Number one actually isn't that bad, truth be told.
None of them are. Neither is MechWarrior, but...
No, that is.
So number one most expensive, ridiculously expensive SNES game is Batman Forever Limited Edition. So first of all...
Another big box.
Another big box. Do we know why it was a limited edition? I will tell you. It was sold at Woolworths. It was sold only at Woolworths. It includes the game. You can see that. It includes a making of of VHS, a Batman diary, a sticker, and a competition entry form, and the outer slipcase. In early 2018, this thing sold for $1,000. I know what you're thinking. $1,000? We've had games that have been worth more than that. Because a mere 3 years later, this thing, just the cart, will jump you $598. In the box, $1,616. If you find this bad boy sealed, this item of Woolies gold, you're looking at $4,200.
Absolutely ridiculous. And there's only a handful of these made. And because they only come out in Woolworths stores.
Why the fuck did they only come out in Woolies?
I don't know. It's just something that they organised, a tie-in.
Oh, man. I bet you they never thought that would be worth any money.
But it's always the bad games, or always the games with the low run that didn't sell very well that are worth the most.
Like the Mask.
Like Days Before Christmas is another expensive Super Nintendo and Sega game because it's a horrible, awful game, but sold, not millions, didn't sell that much, but I forgot what I was saying. Because I was thinking about Snowboard Kids 2, which is a power-only game, and that thing goes for stupid amounts of money on the Nintendo 64.
But yeah, so if you're out there and you've got a Batman Forever limited edition from Woolworths just sitting in your cupboard,
complete,
well, sure, it doesn't have to be sure, but if you
maybe
like
holding up your TV,
and you're
wonky.
like, man, Floppy would really like that game. That'd be heaps cool. His birthday's next week.
Just give it to Ben.
Kind of stepped on my point there, man.
Well, that's what I do. I bat block you.
Bat block me.
That's right.
I bat fleck you.
No.